Hello everybody, welcome to something oft requested, ranking every gun in Enter the Gungeon. We just finished up our series on Enter the Gungeon, Beat the Gungeon, and our next series is going to be Mod the Gungeon, but in the interim between the two, we're going to be taking a week or so to be ranking things in Enter the Gungeon, starting with gun, moving on to items. What else? I don't know, characters, bosses, we'll see what happens, if people are even interested in these, but this is going to take a hell of a while. It's going to be 50 minutes, 2 hours, depending on how in-depth I'm going to get. Shocker, this is going to have opinions. I played Enter the Gungeon for 1,200 hours, so, like, I kind of know what I'm talking about, but it's also, you know, in a way, it's a lot of it's subjective. And honestly, I will probably look at this list when I'm done making it, and I will also probably disagree with some of it. That's just how it's going to be. Anyway, this tier list template was made by Turtle Melon. If you want to make your own, there'll be a link to this tier list and his channel in the description below. So, all the legwork of making the wonderful big old pixel art guns is going to be done for us. All we got to do is put them in their tiers. We got Bangor Supreme. This is run-shapingly good. This is like as close to a one run as you get in Enter the Gungeon for a gun. Banger, it's so good. You know, like, you get it and you're like, oh hell yes, I'm going to be using this a lot. Good, it's good. What else do I need to say? Like, it's better than neutral. Okay is, it's fine. You might use it in a pinch. Not good. You probably won't use it if you pick it up. Duke is garbage. It's just like, it's really not good. So a lot of this is going to be subjective, and there's obviously like stories behind each gun in everyone's own head. Like, oh, I had this run where this gun was really good, so I'm going to rate it really high. There's like certain problems where you're gonna look at a gun like Gilded Hydra, and it's an S-tier gun, and it's terrible for an S-tier gun, but it's not necessarily, you know, Duke tier per se. It's not very good, but like, we'll get to that when we get there. But you got to keep all that in mind. As far as rating with synergies, I'm going to say that this is pretty much rating without synergies, but I will make notes when I put a gun in there if I think that with synergies it's very, very good. Alright, this is gonna take a long time. 50 minutes, 2 hours, something like that. Hope you're all cozy, hope you're all ready. I'll try to go kind of quick here. So we got Icebreaker. Icebreaker is it's an interesting one to start out with off the bat, because it truly is like, I used to think it was great, and we'll probably be moving stuff as we go along here. I don't know if I would even, I wouldn't say it's not good. You know, it's a shotgun blast. It does freeze in the second shot. It goes through the clip, and then it goes to a piercing metal round. I would say it's okay. You know, the freeze can be good in a pinch as kind of like a secondary weapon, and the secondary shot of it on the second clip of it is actually pretty decent, but I'm never really super excited to use it. JK-47. I gotta say, like, It's in this tier. It's a bad AK-47, and when you reload, it does fear enemies. How practical is the fear on reload? It's okay. It's not crazy practical. You can use it in weird niche situations. I feel like I don't quite know which one of these it'll go into. We'll shape it as we go along. We'll adjust the bell curve. For now, I'm going to say it's not good. I've had good runs with it, but that's just because I've tried. You know, like, I've tried to have good runs with it just because it's a meme weapon and it's funny in that way. It looks like a noodle, yada yada. What else we got? Obviously, you know, synergy with the dual wield AK, okay, because very good then, but that's just because the AK-47's good. Jolter, it's got some nice synergies to it. It's not bad. It's got pretty solid damage. It has really high knockback. I think it's okay. I think it's a little bit better than this. There's not much to say about it. It's just like a pretty standard gun. It does okay damage. Obviously, the Glaive is Duke tier, of course. It's got some synergies that maybe would bring it to the not good tier, but truthfully, it's just, it ain't great. Shovel, okay, Knight's Gun. This is the first one where I think I may actually I may put it in the Bangor Supreme. It's tough to say. You'll see I rate guns on an interesting level. Like I put a lot of value in bonus stats on guns and bonus effects. The night gun obviously does have the effect where it can shovel up money. You can get some items. If you're lucky, you can actually dig up the ability to steal using this gun. On top of all that, it's a utility gun that is also good. Like, this is a gun that you can use your whole run for damage. You can fight this, fight the Lich with this. It's going to be quite good. And also all the bonus effects. And the synergies of it are quite good as well, getting the extra ability to dig up better stuff. It's a good gun. Good gun. Wouldn't be shameful to use it on the Lich. What do we got here? The Glaive. Let's see. Oh, man. Okay, this is an interesting one. I think it's our first good. Anything that kind of, and I know that, like, I can't really maybe justify saying this, but like putting things that are one-shot bot guns, only have one shot in the clip. There's a lot of ways where you can get synergies off of that, like soft synergies, like alpha bullets, omega bullets, hip holster, things like that. There's just a lot of ways to abuse weapons like that. On top of that, it's just, it's got homing on it. There's just a lot of ways where you can make this really quite good. Quite good. All of the things, we do need to factor like ammo capacity and stuff like that. None of that has really been particularly an issue here yet. Laser Lotus used to be pretty, honestly, it used to be pretty bad because its ammo capacity was not good. Ammo issues became less of a thing as soon as AG&D hit, and they buffed the ammo capacity in Farewell to Arms. It's in the good tier. I'm just trying to figure out, is it better or worse than the Glaive? It's probably a little bit better. It's got piercing on it. It's also a community reference, which obviously bumps it up to a Bangor Supreme tier. But yeah, no, it's got the piercing, solid damage. The ammo capacity is not as bad as it used to be. It's just all around. It's pretty darn good. Laser rifle. It's not good, but it's not Duke. You get an accuracy upgrade or something with it. All of a sudden, maybe you got a steal going. Scattershot, obviously, the laser light show synergy probably puts it up into like the banger territory, like the upper good banger territory. It's a very good synergy. It's just really good. But as a weapon itself, it's only okay. It's not good, but it's not Duke. I'm not frowning extremely when I get it. If I get it on the first floor, I'll use it on the first floor. I might use it on the second floor. It's okay. It's got good range. Life Orb. This is an interesting one. It's got a lot of cheese to it. Basically, if you don't know, it's a charged weapon. You steal the soul of the enemies. The amount of damage that it does to the enemy that it kills, it will absorb that, and you can reload it to do an AoE-wide, room-wide damage. So there's some interesting cheese you can do with it. You can absorb all the health of the Lich first or second phase and apply it as damage on the next phase. There's some interesting things you can do with that. You can also, as long as you are holding it, when an enemy dies, you can use it to do like a little blast. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's weird. It's unique. It's pretty good though. Synergies. I can't remember what kind of synergies it even has, to be honest. Light gun. Light gun's got quite a few synergies that make it pretty solid. I don't know if I'd quite say it's good. It's okay. It's okay. In and of itself, it's okay. I used to think it was great. You get Omega bullets with something. It's a little bit more enticing. I'd say it's about right there. Not much to say about it, but the duck hunt synergy with it brings it up. Probably makes it like a good or maybe even low banger. It's just a scrambler synergy, and the thing is, you get the scrambler synergy with it that makes it so the ducks shoot out a bunch of scrambler shots. It's good, but it's still not even as good as the scrambler, which you obviously have if you have that synergy, or you're the gunslinger, which, if you're the gunslinger, this list means jack squat. Golden gun. It's very good. It's pretty darn slow, but it's very good. It's not a Bangor Supreme, but I'd say it rests pretty highly up on the banger level. It's a one-shot bop gun. I talked about that. I do value that to an extent, just because of how easy it is to get bonus effects on it. It does a lot of damage. It's got fine reload and everything. The ammo capacity is okay. It's a situational gun that does good, solid damage. Little bomber. It has the bonus effect where you can actually bounce shots off the wall and open up secret rooms. So I do actually value that. If it was based off of the gun alone, I'd say maybe it'd be like at the top of the not good territory. But with the ability to open up secret rooms, and on top of the fact, like, you know, soft talking about like the King Bomber synergy. King Bomber synergy puts it like Bangor Supreme, just because you can obviously like shape your whole run with a ridiculous amount of money. But I'm gonna say it's about right there with the fact that you can, as long as you're paying attention, you can use it as free blanks to get into secret rooms, and then you can save your blanks for bosses. It's stuff like that. It's pretty good. Lowercase r. Without synergies. Lowercase r sans synergies. I'd say, like, the thing that really makes this function well is just the fact that it's got a really good ammo economy. That's it. It doesn't do great damage. It's got a lot of shots in it. You can use it for a hell of a long time. Let's just take a look. How many do we have to go? All right, we got to speed things up real quick here, don't we? I mean, we knew this was going to be long. Luxon Cannon is good. It's quite good. It's the top of the good tier. I think it rests. It's maybe even on like the bottom of the banger tier. Very good, like solid ammo economy, great attack speed, damage. It's just good weapon. It seems like it's very easy to get synergies with. Not that I'm rating it on that, but it's just it ain't bad. M1, it's not good. It's not good. Synergy makes it not even that much better. Synergy probably brings it up to like the okay tier. Not much to say about it. It's not even a one-shot bop gun. You know, you can't even take it with that. M16, it's very good. It's very good. It's definitely above the Luxon cannon. Is it enough to make it into the banger tier? I'm not so sure. It's got an automatic fire shot, and then the second clip, it's got the 3 grenades, both of which are very effective. I'd say banger. It's very, very good. Okay. God, I don't even remember the name of this sucker. This is just normal gun. The normal gun. It actually is one of the ones that kind of surprises you, I think. It surprises you with how it is really like not too shabby with its damage. It's okay. Honestly, I'd say it's like about right there. It's got good ammo economy if you really need to use it. It's surprisingly good. I don't remember much about it. I don't think about it, but it's surprisingly good. Mac 10 is actually like right in the same general area. The ammo economy of it is pretty solid. Mac 10 never ends. Has good ammo economy. It's a nice automatic firing weapon. It pleases me. It pleases Rito. But Machine Fist, it's another one that's like, it's really good. Is it a banger? It's better than Luxon. I think it's like at the top of the good tier. It's got like, another automatic fire with the secondary reload effect being the rocket-powered fist that has the remote bullets effect. It's good. It's good. It does good damage. There's a lot of like cheese you can do, especially if you use the gun drop technique with the rocket fist. You can cheese it pretty darn well. You can get a lot of value out of this gun. The ammo economy is not too shabby either. It might be a banger. I'll probably adjust some stuff. Machine pistol, another one that's like deceptively good. And also, like I know I shouldn't talk about synergies, but like it's so easy to get the synergy with this thing, and that brings it up to like top of the good tier. It gives it shock rounds and angry bullets for the price of like one other item, and it's very, very easy to get. Like top of the good tier. Machine pistol, people be sleeping on it. I like rating it just as its own gun though. I'd say it's probably like about right there. Magic lamp, it's good. It's good. Any kind of effect that multiplies your bullets, like a scatter shot or double vision, really extrapolates the effect of this. You need to hit with 3 shots to affect them with a genie, which does big damage. It's just very, very good. Pretty darn good ammo economy. Strong to bosses. Easy to make it pop off in unique ways with multi-shots. Oh man, this is tough. It's good. I think it's better than... it's barely. Bait Launcher is also good. It's in like the same kind of sphere. It might even be a banger. It is a one-shot bop gun too. Has that extra thing going for it. You have the benefit with the Bait Launcher of launching the meat from like behind a pillar, and you don't even have to be out in the open. That's a huge benefit. Tigers do quite a bit of damage. Honestly, it might be bottom of the dang. Bottom of the dang banger. Magnum is good. This is another deceptively good one. On its own, I think it's better than the machine pistol. On its own, I think it might be better than the MAC-10. With the synergy, this is better. Well, that's tough. With the synergy, this is better. It's really easy to get the synergy with that. Mahogany, it's okay. Mahogany used to be god tier back when all explosive shots broke bullets. Mahogany was a rapid fire explosive weapon that was really, really good. It's not anymore. It's not very good. It's got the one explosive shot, so you can use it kind of defensively. None of the synergies with it really make it that exciting. Not that I'm rating on those, but in and of itself, I think I'm going to do that, to be honest. And honestly, there. I know. Mailbox. It actually, like, it's okay. It's got... You fire a bunch of shots. The final shot does a random status effect. The fun thing with it is you can, if you keep on auto firing with it, the fact that the final shot is a random status effect means you might be able to apply multiple status effects, multiple different ones to the same enemy. It's actually pretty okay. It's not as bad as I like originally thought. I quite like it. I think it's pretty solid. I will use it. You'll find me using this from time to time. Hell, it's probably better than that. Makarov. It's not great. It's like, hey, what if it was the Magnum, but it was bad though? I'll take it. It's about right here. It's rumored that the Makarov was going to be the Cosmonaut's starting weapon, and I can see it. It truly is. It's truly like not very great. It's not much better than starting weapon. It's a little bit better than M1 maybe. Okay, this is gonna be where we're gonna get controversial. Makeshift cannon. It's a Bangor Supreme. Like, it's a situational Bangor Supreme gun that effectively makes it so you don't have to fight bosses, as long as you get ammo drops. Here's what's controversial to some people. They see the big number, they think it's the best gun. It's not the best gun because with a gun as strong as the shovel, the Knight's gun, you actually can, like, a lot of the times effectively just kill the boss without taking hits anyways. And you have to factor in, you can't use this to room clear. This is situational. This a makeshift cannon might as well be an active item. It might as well be an active item that says, do 70% of the boss's HP. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. That's good. You do have to make sure you fill it up with ammos. Makeshift cannon got significantly better when ammo spreads were added to the game, because you don't have to actually waste a whole ammo pack on it now, and there's more ways to get ammo than there was before. It's very, very good. I don't think it's the best gun in the game, though, because it's situational. Nice gun is god tier. It's very, very good. Hey, mass shotgun. It's so stupid good. Mass shotgun it's an all-around juggernaut because, first of all, it's a one-shot bop. Hooray! Like, I'll mention it, that you can abuse it a lot of the times. Second of all, the ammo economy is stupid with it. It's so good. It's like You get it. It's this and the Scrambler. There's a couple items that I'll talk about that I say in my series. It feels like the devs accidentally spilled a cup of coffee on the keyboard when they were making the stat sheet for some of these. Mass Shotgun, it feels like they did that when they were designing the ammo economy of this sucker. You can use this, like, you could have a run where you just use the Mass Shotgun, and it's good on bosses. It's solid. It's just so darn good. It's like it kind of competes with, like, it's what, same fire rate or faster fire rate than the Golden Gun, and you can also use it forever though. Basically, it's almost never gonna run out. Mega Dowser, it's you know, it's unique. I pretty much just look at this weapon as the gun that lets me get into the oubliette. It's not great. It's not great, but honestly, like, the damage will surprise you in a pinch against bosses if you really have nothing else. The amount of times that you'll have nothing else, though, I don't think that they're very high. Also synergies, obviously. The escape rope synergy, it brings it up really good. Like, there's some synergies that make it quite good. Mega Hand, obviously, like, it's hard to think about this item without thinking about synergies because it has so many. It's another one where the ammo economy is fantastic with it, and a lot of those items where that was their only strength used to be a lot better before ammo was before they, you know, the multiple updates where ammo became more frequent. It's not as big of a deal now. This, like, pre-AG&D, this would be a Bangor Supreme weapon just because, like, it did pretty well against bosses. It did pretty darn well against bosses, and it just never really ran out. It's like sits pretty clean near the top of the good tier, though. It's hard to think about it without getting synergies, though. Like, you know, it's probably up here if you factor in, like, where you would normally get it. None of the synergies are really, like, amazing. You can cheese with the time stop one pretty easily, and that would take it up to the banger tier probably. Microtransaction gun. It's weird as hell. Rainbow runs, it's actually like a Bangor Supreme. It actually does really good damage. You can open up chests with it. Uses money as your ammo. Here's the thing, is I think it's better than people give it credit for because it's situational. Like, you can use it to take out the Lich pretty easily because, you know, what else are you going to use that money for? You can use it to open up chests. You know, it's effectively like an AK-47 in that way. Does use your money, though. It's like, this might be one of the most controversial placements that I have on the whole list. And the reason I'm putting it here is because of what I was sort of talking about with the Shovel Knight weapon, the Knight's gun. It's gimmicky, but it has extras to it. You can use it really well to clear out, like, the Lich and stuff. You can open up all the chests. The ability to open up all chests for free is just, like, I mean, quote-unquote free for one casing. It's hard to sleep on that. On top of the fact that it does do charm effects, it does bouncy shots, it's actually quite good. It's definitely not a Bangor Supreme. It's quite good. But I need more testing with it, truly. Mine Splitter, or Mine Cutter, it's very good. Like, I'll use it a lot of the time. It's about right there. It's a really nice gun. I'm always happy to see it. It always makes my day. It's just a very solid weapon. Two different forms, one that pierces, one that does not. Both are good. Solid ammo economy. It's just nice. Balloon gun, very good. Very good. Obviously, it has the risky nature to it. It's very good. It does some pretty ludicrous damage. It can give you flying as well. Obviously, if you're a newer player, it's probably, like, you might be like, that gun, that sucks. Every time I get it, I get hit and it's gone. But, like, I'm rating it as me. I kind of put it around here at, like, the banger tier. It's very good. The DPS of it is pretty ludicrous. Molotov Launcher. I don't love it. There's not much in the Duke tier right now. Okay, well, you know what? Let's give them the Club a friend. Pea shooter ain't great. It's got the ability to get some synergies, but you know, can't really rate that right now. Moonscraper. It's better than people probably think. Does pretty good damage. You can use it to be cheeky behind walls, shoot around corners, and it does pretty darn good damage. It's not bad. Ammo economy is quite good. It's actually good. Morningstar, banger. Banger, 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 banger. Might be a Bangor Supreme. It's a run-shapingly good item. Ammo economy is very, very solid on it. It's either here or here. Oops, or here. It might even be better than the makeshift cannon, actually. No, it's a good, like, you can use it. It's makeshift cannon, but you can use it for room clear, kind of. But like, it's hard to say. Tough one. Let's see, Mr. Accretion Jr. It's good. I've gone up and down with it. It's good. It ain't a banger, but it's good. There's some synergies with it that make it really quite solid. But all in all, it's pretty darn good. Mutation is also pretty darn good. Also has the fun little thing where you can use it to push yourself around so you can, you know, move quicker throughout rooms. Avoid shots easier. Where exactly does it go, though? About right there. Nail gun. It's Duke. It's Duke. And I almost want to rate it below the pea shooter just because I get carpal tunnel just thinking about this gun. So I'm gonna I just don't know. Old Goldie's a banger. Obviously synergies. There's some. It has quite a few synergies. It has some that are pretty solid. It could probably be brought up to the okay to low good tier with a couple of the synergies that it has. Yeah, who knows? All right. We've got Old Goldie. It's a banger for sure. It's a banger to be sure. It's just like it's one of those ones where the stats on it are just very impressive. It is just a shotgun, but it's impressive. It's about right there. Not much to say about it. It's a shotgun. I don't know. What? What do you want from me? It's a good shotgun. It's not interesting, but it's fun to get. Origami is good. Maybe light banger. No, it's just upper good. It's like, I think it's a quintessential very good gun. It's good on bosses. It's good for room clear. Not to mention it is easy to get synergies with it, which would probably bump it up further. But it is, it's just a good gun, good ammo economy. I've had a lot of runs where I've used mostly that. Particulator. One-shot bop. I have a weird thing in my head right now where it's not good because Exit the Gungeon. It sucks in Exit the Gungeon, but this is not the Exit the Gungeon tier list. So I got to think about it and enter. It's up there. It's up there. Is it better than Mass Shotgun? Because, like, the ammo economy of it is worse. How much does that matter? How much does that matter? They kind of fill a similar niche in my head. But Mass Shotgun goes longer. Particulator, you get the added effect of the homing shots. It's good. Patriot. I'm going to take a break, drink break here. What are we at? Oh, mama. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3. We got a lot to go. All right. Patriot. It's effectively a beam weapon. You know? It's effectively a beam weapon. And it is good. It is a banger. I used to think it was right here, but no. A lot of times beam weapons, sans Undertale, sans Morningstar, I'd say. I'll typically rate them lower, just because the inability to dodge is very much something to think about. Patriot's good. We'll put about there. Oops. Meant to actually do that. All right, banana. See, I got the opposite thing of this that I have with the particulator. In Exit the Gungeon, the banana is probably the strongest gun in the entire game. In Enter the Gungeon, it's only okay. It's only okay. It's about right there. Phoenix. I'll use it, but not very much. The fire blast effect is nice. If you pick it up, you're basically guaranteed to get the familiars. So like, putting it in that in mind, it's like right around here because you get the synergy. Obviously, it has some ludicrous synergies with it. Or not even ludicrous. I guess I'm thinking of flare gun. It's about like right there. It's about right there. Pitchfork. This is it's a unique gun because if you rate it just by itself, like if you just hold it and you spam fire it, it's like probably around here. But the correct way to use this gun is to be holding a gun in one slot and then quick switch to this just for a bit because it is piercing, super crazy ammo economy, piercing, guaranteed igniting. So this is a quintessential pocket gun. This is one you switch to. This is like, it's like dueling laser if it set enemies on fire. You got to treat it like that. And with that in mind, it's actually pretty good. And it's so easy to to run into a room and just spam fire it. Start with that, spam fire, get everybody on fire, switch to something else. It's really like it's a good gun. It's actually pretty darn good. It's got some good synergies to it as well. Plague pistol. Plague pistol's fine. Synergies can take it up to be like good blow banger maybe. Kind of the same story with the plunger. I actually look at them to be really similar. You actually can use the reload to absorb the liquid of the plunger, give it effectively almost infinite ammo. So I think that's gotta jump it up a bit. It's about right there. I don't use it very much, but truthfully, this is probably where it probably belongs. Maybe even higher. I know some people will die by it. I think some people will die by it. Somewhere around there. Polaris. It's very good. The tier 3 of it is ludicrous. The tier 1, okay, let's do this. Tier 1 it is about right here. Tier 2 is about right here. Tier 3 is about right here. So therefore, I feel like with all that in mind, we can't put it here per se, but I think we could put it maybe like right there. Polaris is amazing. Every time I get it, I get a big smile. It's strong. It levels up quickly. Tier 1 does suck. Not going to deny. Tier 1 of that gun is terrible. Tier 2, it immediately becomes pretty solid. So, Tier 2, it's about upper good. Tier 3, very, very high. Kind of have to split the difference between the Tier 2 and the Tier 3, I think, and put it there. We can't rate it on the Tier 1 because if you get hit a lot, you're probably going to say that this gun sucks. And, you know, fair enough. Pox Cannon. I have had the misfortune for a long time of pretending in my head, or not pretending, but thinking in my head that this was just T-shirt cannon. But with poison, it's not the case. The stats on it are weirdly high. Like, weirdly high. It's a very good gun. It's a very good gun. I'm almost tempted to put the Lux in higher. I don't know why. It's a very, very good gun. does, like, good knockback, too. Good damage, poisons. Kind of got some AoE effects to it. Really good ammo economy. It's just a nice gun. Proton backpack. Charge weapon does pretty solid damage. I'll use it when I need to. I feel like I need to do that. Bump that down a little bit. Moonscraper, I feel like it takes a little bit longer for this to come out as well. It's a charge weapon. It's a beam weapon that takes a little longer to come out. Well, it doesn't take a long time to come out, but it takes a long time to get to the enemy. Kind of slow shots. It's got some really good synergies to it. All in all, it's pretty good, though. It's pretty good, but it's not good. Prototype railgun. It's interesting. It's a banger. I mean, if bait launcher's a banger, this is a banger. About right there. Long charge up, mediocre ammo economy. You know, has a kind of an identity crisis. It's like a boss gun that takes a long time to charge up. That isn't really a boss gun. I think that, like, people will say it's sacrilege, but I think it's honestly maybe best looked at as a really strong room clear gun that you can use on bosses to do some good chunking damage. But lining it up and using it as a large enemy killer, like lining up a couple enemies in the same shot and killing them with that, it's got okay ammo economy. It's good. It's good. It's a banger. But it's definitely not a banger supreme. It's definitely not a high banger supreme. Let's see. Pulse cannon is good. Better than okay. But not better than most good stuff. Just another one of those guns. It's got, you know, it's got some really good synergies to it. But it's just, you know, it's a shotgun you can kind of use from a range. It's just nice. The barrel. This is one of those ones that I was talking about that they, like, accidentally spilled on the keyboard and put this sucker in the game. It's the barrel is so good. Why is the barrel so good? Why is the barrel so good? You know, like, it does good damage. The ammo economy is great. And it has the chance to stun as well. Also, it's really cheap and easy to find. It's a C-tier gun. What the hell? What the hell? I don't get it. Quad laser. Oh, boy. There's some meme situations you can set up with it. The shots just move too slow. Effectively, you have to use this the same way you'd use the bubble blaster or the drill, which we haven't talked about with the chamber gun, etc., etc., etc. It's weird. I don't know how to rate this item because it's so weird and slow. It's so weird and slow. Oh my god. I don't feel great about that position. It's weird. Rad gun. Top of the banger. Maybe bottom of the banger supreme, top of the banger. Obviously, like, bottom of the banger. It's got some ludicrous damage to it. Obviously, it might even be better than the Morning Star, as long as you're using this as a prep thing. Like, you prep it before the room you enter the room, use it up, use through your clip, whatever. It's good. It's good. It's very good. I think it's probably about right there for me. If the boss damage cap got turned off, it would be right here. I said right there. If the boss damage cap could get turned off, because then it's like, okay, it's a makeshift cannon that also is a makeshift cannon for every room. So it's pretty ludicrous in that sense. Raiding coil. It's better now. It's about right here. Well, oops. It's about right there. Used to be terrible with ammo economy. Not so bad anymore. Room-wide clearing. Got the nice effect where you can use it behind walls. Play safe and easy. Railgun. It's obviously better than this. It's got the unfortunate effect where it's hard to call it a boss weapon, though. You know? Because the boss damage cap just wrecks it. It just wrecks it. But it's good. It's good. It's up in here. Bottom of the Bangor Supreme. I mean, if Radgun is there, I think it's got to be there too. Rattler. Super solid. Bottom of the bangers? Bottom of the bangers, maybe? I like it. It's a shotgun that has a long-range effect that also poisons. It's hard to go wrong with it. The ammo economy of it is really, really solid. It's just nice. It's just nice. RC Rocket, it's a one-shot mop gun. Can obviously really, really wreck some bosses. But the ammo economy is not great. And the boss damage cap does kind of mess it up quite a bit. It's still very good. Despite all that, it's still very good. Really special loot. It's not very good. It's not very good. Especially when you factor in synergies. It's like, I only think of it because of synergies. You don't need synergies for it to buff up your familiars, but the thing is you might not have familiars. But that's technically not a synergy, so it is part of the gun, so I can think about it. It's fine. Regular shotgun is weirdly good. Weirdly good. Not to mention the regular old gun synergy with the AK-47 brings it up really high, even though it wastes a lot of ammo. It's a shotgun. There's not much to say about it. Robot's right arm, left arm. Robot's arm that's not his starter gun. It's very good. Ammo economy is quite solid. Not amazing. Amazing ammo economy, but it's just really nice. It's better than that. It's about right there. It's a very, very good gun. You can get it, and you can you get this on the first floor. You'll use it probably throughout your whole run. RPG. Okay, so talking about some controversial rating. If you gun dropping, the effect basically if you drop a gun, you pick it back up, it'll automatically reload itself. You cancel out the only real negative of the RPG besides the ammo economy of it, and it becomes an actually really good gun. I can't, in good conscience, rate it with that in mind. I can, in good conscience, rate it with that in mind, though. It's not bad, though. It does pretty good damage. Doesn't have a lot of shots, though. It's solid, though. Gun dropping would probably bring it to the banger tier, truly. Beehive. I'd love to get it. It's just it's a situational one. There's a lot of value for these weapons you can kind of fire from sort of like behind a corner or not have to aim for. It's good. It's very good. Very good. Rubidyne. This is a slapper. Honestly, it's a slapper. Not to mention, you know, like you can get the Rubidyne's monster. It's a slapper. Good damage. Good damage, good gun. Rubidyne Mark, or Rubidyne Mark II. The Rubidyne prototype? It's also a good gun, though. The bouncing effect is really solid. The ammo economy ain't too shabby. It's like, it's like surprisingly good. Surprisingly good gun. Obviously, two of them together makes Rubidyne's monster. I don't think I would imagine that's not on here, but if it is, like, that's obviously a very good gun. SAA. It's good. It's good. Really good reload time, obviously. Like, that's in its little quip it has. You bounce it off the walls, it does bonus damage. And if you don't know, you can shoot off the wall generally where you think a ricochet would hit the enemy, and it will home in on the enemy doing the bonus damage. It's really solid. It's just a really solid gun because of that. I keep on just putting new things at the top and the bottom of tiers. Sawed-off shotgun's not good. There's a reason the Convict starts with it. It's because it's not that impressive. Some of the worst range of any gun in the game that is not like a gimmick gun. Science Cannon. It don't impress me much. It does apply a lot of status effects, which can be kind of like actually pretty good for bosses in a weird way. It's kind of, so yeah, it's kind of the same in the same realm as like this mailbox. I say it's maybe like a little better than the mailbox, but the ammo economy of it sucks. It's, I don't know. Screecher, it's not so good. Screecher's not so good, but it's better than some of the, you can do some stuff with the Screecher. I might have rated it too high right there, but yeah, you can, nice big AoE effect, hits a lot of enemies, has a chance to stun. Really like a kind of a bummer of a weapon. I feel like the Screecher could have been one of the more fun weapons in the game if it was just like, stronger, you know. Shade's Revolver. Unique one because it actually gives you 2 coolness, which I really have to keep in mind. It's a solid gun that has a bonus effect that's is going to be high. Is going to be high because of it. 2 coolness, obviously giving you the reduced active recharge time. Also gives you more item drops at the end of rooms. So two substantial, can counteract 2 curse effectively. It's nice. It's nice. But what's carrying it is the coolness effect of it. On top of the fact that, you know, it's like a not bad gun anyways. The coolness carries it. The coolness carries it. The shell. It's got good damage. Doesn't wow me, but it's got good damage. It's a nice meme. But it doesn't wow me. It's a shotgun that shoots shotguns. Ugh. Ew. I do have to be honest and compare it against this other stuff, but like I want to put it in the Duke tier just because it's just. This is another one of the ones that it feels like it should be good. It feels like it should be good and cool because of just like the theming of it, but it's just not very. Neither, like, it's got 2 different forms and they both suck. And it gives you curse. It's just such a bad gun. It's just not, it's not good. Like, it's so not good, and I feel like I have to make it even lower due to the fact that the curse, it's got curse on it too. It's like such a, I just realized he's got the same look to him. It's bad. It's bad. Shock rifle. Doesn't impress me much, but you can use it in a pinch. Nice range on it. Okay ammo economy. You can use it in a pinch. That's kind of what the okay tier seems to be right now. Oh, it's hard to not rate this with the synergy because like you get this early on in the run. It's a Bangor Supreme because you can obviously go to the Abbey of the True Gun and get the lies to get the Betrayer's Lies synergy, which gives it the infinite ammo and makes it crazy. Any infinite ammo gun is obviously a Bangor Supreme. Like, well, I shouldn't say that because there's, yeah, you know, we'll see. We'll get to that point. But it's a crazy strong weapon. Very, very good. Without that, though, it's only like pretty good. I can't rate it with that in mind. I feel like there's some power creep going on. This is getting messy. This is getting so messy. It's getting really messy. Okay. Because I just feel like Luxon might be too low. I feel like Shell might be too high. You know, it's just, whatever. You know, this isn't perfect. Shot bow, it's not good. But as far as not good stuff goes, it's okay. It's pretty up there for the things that aren't good. It can do a lot of damage if you get in melee range. Shot grub, gotta, you know, I think about the synergies with it. What do we got? Like, oh, yeah. So, shot grub, great synergies, not a great gun by itself. But you can use it. You can use it. Shotgun full of hate. Ooh. Shotgun full of hate, I like it a lot. I don't like it as much as shotgun full of love, but it is certainly a banger. When you get it, you can really use it. Dang, I really put the barrel up there. It's a very good gun. But this one's better. Shotgun full of love is like so good. It's stupid good. Like, it's really, really good. It's so good that it confuses me that it also charms enemies. It's like, shotgun full of hate is great, but it does actually put poison on the ground, which can harm you too. And it doesn't charm. God dang. Shotgun full of love, it's stupid good. Give it to me. Every run, it's like, I don't understand. It's another one where they spilled coffee on the stat sheet. Silencer. It's just, it can stun. It's an okay gun, can stun. You'll find me using it from time to time. It's not impressive, but it's not the worst. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's good. I'd say it's okay. I feel like maybe we need more stuff in the okay tier. It's about right there. It's about right there. Yeah, I'd say that's good. Siren. I like it a lot. It's better than the regular shotgun. I'd say it's really in line with the Luxon cannon. It's really in line with the Luxon cannon. Is this too high? I think this might be too high nowadays. I feel like fast fire rate is better. It's you know, like you risk overkilling less. You know, that's something to think about as well. Enemies, say an enemy has 10 HP, and you have a shot that does 9 damage. You know, you still have to take 2 shots to kill him. Or if you have a shot that fires, you know, 10 shots that do 1 damage in the same amount of time, or 9 shots that do 1 damage in the same amount of time, you'll kill way quicker with the fast fire rate stuff. So if it's a fast fire rate that's good ammo economy, I think it's going to be better than a slower shot. And it's got a fast shot than that as well. Skull Spitter. It's really good, actually. It's actually really good. Just, you know, piercing, homing. Just nice gun all around. I just like it. Sling. It is the poor man's makeshift cannon. It's good. It's good to have in your back pocket in case you don't have other things that are good. It's about there. It's just, yeah, it's good to have in case you don't have other good things. But in the same way, you know, like you're not going to really use that to room clear too much. But, you know, whatever. Smileys! It's got another, it's in the same way as Shades. It has a bonus effect on it, giving you a shop discount. I would say it's about on par, to be honest. I think that they're both really good. I would say that what this comes down to is, I think Smileys is a better gun. I like the faster fire rate function better. But I think that Shades' 2 coolness might beat out the shop value. At the same time, I don't know. Maybe not. I'm more happy to get this than I am. I think I'm going to put this, like, right here. I'm more happy to get smileys than I am to get shades, usually. So I guess that's where I'm at. But I actually think that they're pretty darn comparable. Logically, I think they were probably balanced around the same sort of stat allocator, you know? So I think it makes sense. I don't know if there's, like, enough of a power difference between them to have anything in between. They're about the same, though. Smiley's is obviously faster. I like using this as a gun more. And it has the passive. If you're looking at this, you're like, why the hell are these so high? It's because of the bonus stats. It's because of the bonus stats. Snakemaker's very good. It's like the Witch Pistol, if it actually was super reliable. Snakemaker's very good. Snakemaker and Bullet Hell is ridiculous. Using it against anything that has a high health pool, it effectively gives you like a mega crit. It's just very good. On top of the fact that it's a status effect gimmick gun that is strong even when its gimmick doesn't pay off, and that's why that one's high up. Big Iron. Personally, I adore this weapon. Is it actually really up there? Probably not. I think it's better than the shell. But I'm also thinking that Origami's better than the shell. I'm also thinking that the Mr. Creation Jr. is better than the shell. I'm also thinking that Mutation's better than the shell, and that's better than the shell. I guess what I'm thinking is that I just put the shell way too high. It's got some nice damage to it, though. Sniper Rifle. Better than the M1. I always keep that in, that's what I always compare in my head. It's better than the M1. It's better than a lot of this stuff. The ammo economy of it is pretty good. It falls off. It falls off, though. It's not better than the machine pistol. It's, it's a sniper rifle, not much to say. Long range. You're not going to be using this past the second floor, or if you are, you're not probably going to be very happy about it. Snowballer. It is a fast fire rate. This is, you got to look at this the same way you look at Pitchfork. This is a secondary weapon. This is a pocket gun. It's not a main handgun. It's good at what it does, and what it does is just freeze enemies. This used to be absolutely god tier in the past, when I believe enemies did not have diminishing or bosses did not have diminishing returns on freeze. You could just really cheese them to the extreme. Now, I would say it's kind of fallen from grace a bit. It's a little bit more of like a... it's just like a secondary little bopper. Ain't impressive. Staff of Firepower. I actually like it quite a bit. Two forms. It's got the burn form and the regular gun form. The regular gun form is, it's about probably the equivalent to the damage of and form of like Smileys. It's also got the fire effect. It does not have the additional shot discount, which the reason I put stats so high is because you only get so many passives and actives in the game. So when you get a passive, especially like think about the ballot. Here, let me look this up real quick. Let me pull up another ballot Gungeon. How many does ballot give you? What, like 3 coolness? The ballot gives you 3 coolness, and Shades Revolver gives you 2. And I'm confused about something, because the wiki, or not, the wiki doesn't say, the Gungeon Led God website says for some reason that it only gives you coolness while you're holding it. It doesn't say that on the wiki, and when I've tested it in the game, you actually do get to keep your coolness. And Shades Revolver gives you 3 coolness. It doesn't give you 2. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the ballot's a pretty good passive, and you just get the ballot and a gun by getting this. This is 2 items. You have to rate it as 2 items. It's nuts. What am I at? Star Pew. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. Ridiculous ammo economy. Ridiculous ammo economy. Really, really good damage. They buffed it in either AG&D or Farewell to Arms. I can't remember. It used to be terrible. Now it is amazing. It's very good. You can actually shoot through walls, like barriers. You can shoot through barriers if you stand pretty close to them, because the bullets actually spawn. They spawn far enough away from you at the start, near the end of the shot of it, that you can actually cheese with that, and that's a lot of fun. Sticky crossbow. It's actually pretty good. I meme it, but this is not a bad gun. Sticky crossbow is not a bad gun. Heck. Oh boy. That's gonna make some people very excited. Seeing that sticky crossbow. There. Here's for your screenshot, everybody who needs it on record. Stinger. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. In the beginning of the game, I thought this was so amazing. It's good, but it's not that good. It's a one-shot bop. It gets benefit a bit. But it's truly like... I sleep, to be honest. The bees effect, it's nice. They added a lot of stuff with the exotic. Kind of does the same thing, but better. Because it also has a passive effect. It's just... I sleep. It used to be great. Exit the Gungeon, it's very good, but in this, it's only okay. Stone Dome. I love getting Stone Dome. Is it a great gun? I don't know. It does give you curse. You have to think about that a little bit. It's got homing shots, fast fire rate, and you actually fear enemies just permanently by holding it. I think it's actually pretty good. It's not god tier or anything, but it's one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite guns to get when I'm on a run where my damage and stats are out of control, because it really it has that get the heck off me aura, and it has the ability to not even have to aim, and you can curve your shots around walls. So it's actually like, it's good. It's good for those runs, and it's not bad to get on normal runs as well. Ammo economy ain't half bad either. Does have curse though. Strafe gun. Everybody talks about it like it goes right here, but I don't think it does. It's good, but like, it's not that good. It's good, but it's weird. This is another one where if there was no boss damage cap, this would be a much better gun. That's just where it is. Because like, what all these guns where it's like, shoot the enemy this amount of times and then you'll do so much damage. Who are you supposed to use it on? Like large enemies. That's it. It's not that frequent. That doesn't show up very often. Like you can't use it on even the totem pole guys. Use it on what, the gun nuts, I guess. Gun nuts are jammed enemies. It's maybe a more valuable item if you're fighting on if you're on high curse. Sunlight javelin. It's not bad, but it's not great. I snooze a little bit, to be honest. I probably like it less than others. Constantly rate it less than others. It doesn't even have the pleasure of being a one-shot bop gun. Can you, like, I feel like that would, I would rate it higher. It's got multiple shots in the same clip, so you can't even, like, cheeky cheese it. It'd be so fun. Imagine this item with hip holster. It'd be so fun. I would love it to see it with hip holster, but, like, I mean, I guess you still can. But not hip holster. What am I thinking of? Well, I guess hip holster, yeah, you could. It does help if it's a one-shot bop to do hip holster, because then you don't have to force reload. But still, it's okay. It's okay. Super Meat Gun gives you an HP up and a movement speed up, and it's a very good gun. It is so good. Like, as a gun, like, let's take everything out of it for a second. As a gun, where would I put it? I would probably put it, like, right here. But it also gives you an HP up and a movement speed up. It's like, it's right there. It gives you bonus stats. That matters a lot. That matters a lot. You have to look at it as two guns. There's, like, what are the items in the game that give you HP and movement speed up? Like, really good items, you know? Movement speed up in this game is great, and then HP up is just icing on the cake. Big shotgun. Oh, man, we got some slappers back to back here. Big shotgun's very good due to the fact that you can insta-kill enemies and refill ammo with it at the same time by reloading it near shotgun kin or shotgun-related enemies. Also on top of the fact that it does a lot of damage. Pretty okay. Like, ammo economy is the only place where I kind of sleep. It might be here. It might be here even. But, like, I think it's better than that. I'd say it's competing with Star Pew, if anything. You know, it's a better gun than Super Meat Gun, but Super Meat Gun has bonus stats, so it's about... sure, there. Tangler. It's good. It's not great. I don't know if it's a banger. It's really good, though, but, like, it's about right there. We need some more in the Duke tier. All right. We're consolidate the Duke tier. I'd say laser. Yeah, laser rifle is probably the last thing that I would say is not good instead of Duke. Tearjerker. It does okay damage, but it's just like, it's not good. It's not good. That's where I'm at. All right. So, Tetrominator. This one's a weird one to rank. We got a ways to go yet. We're probably, what, halfway through? Tetrominator. It is a fine gun that I wish was great. You get the ability, obviously you get any of the synergies with the Guan Stones, it becomes quite a bit better. Anything where you get multi-shots, it's quite a bit better. It kind of suffers the same effects as Strafe Gun, except it doesn't even, like, where you do a lot of shots and then, and then it explodes, but, like, it doesn't, there's not a lot of situations where that really comes in handy. You know what is really akin to, like, Sticky Crossbow? But Sticky Crossbow is at least reliable. But this gun can pop off. This gun can pop off, like, it has the recipe in the back. Like, you have a clear goal when you get this gun to get multi-shot and multi-shot, attack speed, anything that lets you stack your shots faster. But other than that, yeah. Emperor, it's like, it feels like it should be right here. But the ammo economy of it is so bad that it's more like that. Yeah. You know, it's got the shock round effect, which is fun, but, you know, it's more cool looking than it is good. It just runs out of ammo way too fast to be interesting to me. Exotic. It is the Patriot. I'm you, but stronger. It's like, what if... or not the Patriot. It's the Stinger. I'm you, but stronger. But it also has the ability where if you hold it, you can see in chests, which really bumps it up. Also on top of the fact that it's just a better version of the Stinger anyways. That bonus effect, it really brings it up quite high. It's a good gun. It's a good gun. I haven't seen it a lot recently, but it's a nice, strong gun, and the fact that you can look in chests is handy. It's not as good as, like, opening every chest for free, but it's still handy. Fat Line is a gimmick gun that doesn't come into play very often, but it's not bad. I'll use it, you know? Like, I'll use it from time to time. Your shots start at the wall and then come towards you. You can use it to hide behind walls, kinda. Not really. It's weird. It's not great. The Judge, I like it a lot. It's like, it's kind of got that same mentality as... It's got... same energy as the mailbox, except it functions as its own gun quite a bit better. I actually rate it pretty well. It's upper okay. Upper okay. Kiln. Not a good gun. Not a good gun. It was one of the last guns I needed to fill out my Ammonomicon. So, like, I have a weird story with it, but it's not very good. Not really. How not good, though? Icebreaker at least has a purpose. You know what? Yeah. Icebreaker at least can be a pocket gun. Membrane, they spilled on the keyboard. It's a very good gun. They spilled on the keyboard. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. Low tier gun, but ludicrous. It's crazy. Black hole gun. It's effectively an active item. Like, it's a banger. It's a banger, but it's like, okay, here's the... It has so many, like, asterisks by it, though. In the sense that it doesn't do very good damage, so you need a secondary gun that you can easily fire into the black hole and kill the enemy with. Otherwise, you can use it as a nice, easy room clear gun. It's weird, though. Like, if you have a pocket beam weapon with black hole gun is a very ludicrous combination. It's a very strong gun. Very, very strong gun. Lasts quite a while. It's effectively an active item in a weapon, though. I do think of it that way. But it's very, very good. Third-party controller. I feel like there's some more. I feel like people are sleeping on this item, including me. I feel like there's some weird gimmicks you can do with it. I think that you can actually, like, because you just take over the enemy and then you make them look away from you. I think that you can. I think you can abuse this item. I don't really know if I'm telling the truth with that yet. It's such a weird item. It's a new addition, very bizarre. I think you can utilize it. Though, in unique, gimmicky scenarios. Predator. It's a fine gun, but it gives you the ability to steal. With the ability to steal, that becomes pretty high tier, to be honest. So, like, as a gun, I put it like here. But getting the ability to steal from a gun is very, very important. Like, like right there. The ability to steal, it's really, really good, really important. You just fire all your shots, you go invisible, you go steal from the shop. That's strong. The gun itself it's okay. But like, that stealing buffs it up a lot. Scrambler, it's nuts. It's nuts. You can run a whole run with it. Like, the damage is not like bonkers. Scrambler's nuts. They spilled the coffee on the stat sheet once more. Another low tier gun that's actually god tier. Very, very good. You could play an entire run with this. You could get this on the first floor and you would use it for the whole run. The ammo economy is ludicrous. The ammo economy of it is ludicrous. Yeah, it's just nuts. It's good damage, one-shot bop, homing. Great. Very good. The damage is not amazing, though, so it is weird to be putting it up and around here. There. Thompson Submachine-Gun. Kind of got some, like, regular shotgun energy, but it's a bit worse. I'd say it's about here. Not much to talk about. It's just it's got okay ammo economy. Easy to get synergy that would buff it up a little bit, but not even a ton. Thunderclap. I feel like I need to rate this. I need to rate this different. It got buffed, and I don't even know. It's like, it's actually pretty good now. It's actually, like, pretty good now, I think. It's like somewhere right in here. About right there, probably. The ability to open chests is quite nice. It's like, yeah, right in there. T-shirt gun. It's Duke. It has a clear use, though. You use it to push people into pits. And if you do use it that way, it's kind of like it at least has a use. Trank gun. I just, like, I feel like I'm missing something. This gun seems so bad. It just seems so bad. Trash cannon. It's got some real shot grub, some real shot grub energy, but it's like worse. But it's worse. Trick gun. 2 forms. One form that's like okay with the I don't know. It's just 2 forms that are okay. It's kind of unimpressive in both forms. Cool idea. The shotgun version of it is like a little bit better, but it's not good. It's around there. Trident. Very, very good. Really, really strong weapon, and if you some people don't even know this, on the reload it blocks bullets like the fight saber, but without reflecting them back. It's really, like, I love getting this gun. I love getting it. It makes my day. It's piercing, long range, not bad ammo economy, and you can break bullets with it. It's really, really nice. Triple crossbow, one of the few guns in the game that can actually slow down enemies. Really good item to use as a pocket gun against bosses, because the slowdown, I think, like, takes forever to come off. Like, in that way, it's in pocket gun territory, but strictly only as, like, using it to slow down enemies. The damage it does is only okay. Oh god, triple gun. Like, just for, like, user experience, I want to put it right here because I feel like it takes too long to get from phase 1 to phase 2, but truly, like, obviously the beam weapon form of it is very good. If you're willing to put up with it, which I usually am not, I'd say it's, like, about here. The rank 2 of it, like, rank 1, it's, like, about right here. Rank 2, it's about, like, right here, maybe. And rank 3 is probably, like, you know, rank 3 is probably right here. So I'm going to consolidate it because it takes so long to get to rank 3. It's not usually worth it. Blasphemy is stupid good, but, like, I gotta be realistic about it. If we're talking, like, which character starts with the best weapon, which starting weapon is the best, this is the Bangor Supreme of all Bangor Supremes. The ability to it's like, I don't know if I should include the ability to guard flash, which, if you don't know, is firing and then reloading and switching to the other direction. You can actually break all the bullets on the screen. That's an exploit, and I feel like I shouldn't rate it by that. You need full health to do it, yada yada. It's a ludicrously good gun, but I have to rate it kind of without the exploit of the guard flash, I think, and I have to rate it as a late game weapon. Like, as a starting weapon, it's obviously the best. It's stupid good. It's like you can use Blasphemy for the entire run. You can. That being said, it's infinite ammo. It's probably somewhere like around there. Well, it's there. And that's where, like, when people are like, oh man, bullet's such a crutch, this is what they're talking about. Like, you know, starting with a weapon that is in this category is pretty darn good. Ugh, god, turbo gun is so bad, and it gives me carpal tunnel. Can I put a negative tier just for this? Like, God, I hate this gun. I hate this gun. I wish it was cool. I wish it was cool. It could have been cool. It's not very cool. I truly hate it. I truly hate it. Unfinished gun. Is finished gun on here too? Okay, it is. Alright. Unfinished gun. It's, it ain't bad. Like, I kind of get, when I unlock the finished gun, I kind of get sad that I removed it from my pool, because it's kind of a fun gun to get on the first floor, because it's pretty darn good. It's got piercing, pretty darn good fire rate. It's got okay room clear, and it has a really good ammo economy. It's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. Unicorn Horn. I wish it was better, because obviously, like, the song is hilarious. Unfortunately, it does also give you Curse. It is a beam weapon and all the things that entails. The ammo economy is not fantastic, and it does take a little while for it to get to the enemy. All of that being said, it is kind of in the mutation realm, but mutation doesn't have the downside effects as much. But Unicorn Horn is better, right? It's got better pushback. It's not great. Well, I think I put it too low. I think I put both of these too low. I think I put both of them too low. There. I feel better about that. Vertebrate K47. Really, really good. Ammo economy is the only issue it has. Piercing, homing, chain effect. It's just really nice. Honestly, like, I actually do kind of view it sort of like the Skull Spitter. I think it's better than the Skull Spitter. It's about right there. It's about right there. Good damage. We're getting, boy, I'm getting burnt out. We're an hour 23 in. We got to pick up the pace just a little bit. We're almost there. All right, here we go. Let's see. Fast fire rate, pretty good at ammo economy. Not that strong though, but it's better than something around here. I'd say it's like about. It's about right there. Void Core. This gun looks like it belongs here just based off of the visuals, but truthfully, it is a light banger. I would say about there. Oh, dang, look at that. We got the real rap going on here. Let me switch it back all the way to the beginning here. I can't believe we made it through the whole soundtrack. Void Marshal is very good. Got some Rubidyne energy, but doesn't have the bouncing effect to it. That being said, it does really good damage. It is a good gun. Void Core Shotgun, it does a lot of damage. Find a good ammo economy. Second best of the yeah, it's a banger. Second best of the Void Cores. Vorpal Gun. Ever since they fixed the flash on it, I'm way more into it. It's a pretty good gun with a high coolness. Obviously, it's top tier, but if you're willing to look at the screen. That being said, otherwise, it's probably like a. It's in this area. It's about in that area. Yeah, that's about right. Blooper. I used to love this gun, but it has such a bad reload. With gun drop, it's way better, but I feel like I can't rate it with that in mind. I prefer the pulse cannon to it. This is kind of like my okay shotgun area. Vulcan cannon, very good. Very good. Same energy as the robot's arm. but it runs out of ammo faster. Really, really same energy, but the ammo economy on it is worse. Winchester, it's not good. It's not good, but I use it. Sure. Winchester is actually, like, surprisingly good. Shotgun blast does pretty solid damage. Something like that. All right, we going quick now. Wind-up gun, I think is better than people think. It's not very good, but the first half of it, especially if you just keep reloading or you gun drop it, I'd say it's actually in like this tier right here. Yeah. Witch pistol becomes better as the game goes on with the ability to polymorph enemies, but it's not a fantastic gun. It's kind of in this sort of gimmick territory. Yeah, about there. Somewhere like that. Somewhere like that. Man, I'm going to look at this later and I'm going to not agree. Wood beam. What a weird gun to rate. It's a gun, all right. It's a gun, all right. God. How do you rank it? It's like... God, that's so weird. Yari. Yari's obviously really good. It's kind of, you know, it's like makeshift cannon, but you could use it to room clear, but you're not going to. Yari launcher is better than makeshift cannon at killing the Lich because of the multi-phases. You don't have to worry about that. But it's like, I think Yari's better than makeshift cannon. Controversial, maybe. Controversial, maybe. You can do better damage. If you get higher damage ups with and stuff, I think you can get a better gun out of it. Zilla shotgun. If I wanted to rate it for how much it belongs in its tier, it would be right down here in the Duke land. It's not very good. However, as far as what kind of gun it actually is, if you like tap shoot it, it's kind of around here. It's an unimpressive gun. It's just a very unimpressive gun to me. Yes, you can charge shot it. It's just not very good. Zorgun. Pretty darn good. Like, nice ammo economy. You can use it for quite a while. The secondary shot of it. It's got some real M16 energy. But it's also got homing shots to it and the varied second shot. I kind of think it's not quite as good as the M16, but it's definitely same energy. Blunderbuss is bad. It's a better t-shirt cannon. It's a better t-shirt cannon. The bow's bad. Okay, I'm glad we're getting some easy ones here. The bow is not good. This has got some good synergies to it, but like, yeah. Boxing glove, super weird and gimmicky. I think it's better than wood beam. I think. Is it? It's really close to wood. They're like the same kind of idea. Oh, we're getting there. 2 hours? I think we're gonna be under 2 hours here. Brick Breaker does not do a ton of damage. It's a fun, like, I always am happy to see it, but it's only okay. Sort of gimmicky, sort of like on the alright front. Sure. Like, you can obviously, with multi-shots or shock rounds or something, you could have a run that's really fun with it. You can do a lot of cool stuff. But on its own, it's only okay. BSG. It is... A lot of people think it's like Bangor Supreme territory. I don't think it's Bangor Supreme territory. I I think it's banger. I don't think it's Bangor Supreme. At the same time, I almost feel like taking down Railgun a notch. Because BSG and Railgun got same energy. They take a long time. A long time. BSG, the meta with this weapon is charge it up before you enter the room and unleash it effectively as a bracket key on every room, which is very, very good. I don't think it's an S tier. I think it's A tier because, like, I don't love using it on bosses. It's a one-shot bop, though. It's got a lot of good stuff. It's, you know, like, I sound like I'm downplaying it, but that's, you know, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm still rated as the 8th best gun on the whole list so far. So that's that. But Bubble Blaster, gimmicky. I love using it. Like, it's got like a clear use case, though. I feel like guns that have clear use cases are better than people give them credit for. You use this when you can be up in an enemy's face and it won't matter much. Then the damage is not, like, nigh unparalleled. It's weird. It's so good in that weird case scenario. It's kind of like in this territory. I think people sleep on this gun. I think it's don't at me. My sweet boy is pretty darn good. He's a banger. If I have it on the dragon, I'll use it to clear the heart, no problem, because the damage is actually just, you know, it's ludicrous. It's like the drill. It's very, very good. Bullet bore, I have a hard time using it because the sound grates on me so much, but, like, truthfully, it's also a gimmick gun that's pretty good. I would say kind of in here. He's slipping. He's slipping. Oh, he's slipping. Oh, he's slipping. All right. There. I'm comfortable with that. All right. The bullet. My lizard brain wants to compare it to the shell. I'd say it's the better one of the two because you can gimmick with it a bit. I'd say it is probably about right there. Right there. I think it's better than the shell, not by a ton. You can shoot from far away and get a lot of excess damage. It's pretty good for AoE. It's pretty darn good for bosses. It's just a nice weapon. 38 special. As far as not that exciting guns go, you can use it. Okay. It's like, yeah, it's about as far down the list as I'd say I would go for it's not good. No, it's not good. There. Because I feel like you put yourself in danger by rolling to get the extra attack speed off of it. I don't think it's fantastic. Bundle of Wands is so good. Bundle of Wands is so good. Yeah. Read and weep. Bundle of Wands, slept on. I think it's so good. It's one of those ones where it is a gimmick gun that can polymorph enemies. However, it does enough damage where the fact that that is the case doesn't even matter. It's so good. It's like same energy as this. As Shotgun Full Love. Buzzkill, you know, it's super meat gun without the stat boost. I don't know where I said that I was going to put that. I can't remember. It's like, it's better Brick Breaker. It's Brick Breaker gone good. I feel like it's probably right around there. Yeah. Tough. Tough. All right. Cactus. Of the bad guns, of the Duke guns, you can actually, like, you can use this gun. You can use this gun. And it's not fun, but you can. It's, this is the last, I think this is the bottom of the not good tier. Like, this is the last not good weapon that I would actually be okay with. Let's see. The camera is a gimmick gun. Like other gimmick guns, I think it exists in this realm. However, I see so many people poo-poo on the camera who will also say that BSG is an S-tier weapon. So, like, I don't... What do you do with that? I mean, it's in this realm. I actually do think so. Because you can up your damage. If you have a higher damage and you use this, you can actually use it kind of like a BSG that's quicker to charge that I actually like. I like it a lot. I think it's good. I think it's good. This might be one of the more controversial placements on the list. Cat Claw. I like it. It's in this zone. This is like the ones that I smile when I get them, and I will use, but I won't, like, write home about it. It's definitely... How did he get up here? Also, how did you get up here? Alright, what did I grab? Wait, Cat Claw. Also, did I place which pistol there on purpose? Now I'm losing my mind. It's a banger. It's a banger. It's not like Snake Maker territory. Yeah, I think that's about right. Chamber gun. Probably like... Here's the thing. No, I can't do that in good conscience. I can't do that in good conscience. The bullet hell form of chamber gun is stupid. It's so good. It's so good. The drill is really fun and gimmicky. There's a bug in the game that I think it might be a feature where if you're holding it at the end of the floor, it automatically refills on ammo. It's just like, it's so good. It's so good, and it's fun and unique. If we're rating the final form of it, it is obviously like right here. If we're talking bullet hell, it's ludicrous. But like, should I put it right there? Probably not. I'll put it right about there. I do think I like it more than Radgun. Charge Shot. What a journey this item has had. I think it, like... It's ended up somewhere in this zone. It's ended up somewhere in this zone. It's been had an ups and downs. It's been great. It's been bad. It's been terrible. It's been okay. God, Charm Bow. Yikes. How to rate this? It's literally just a status effect. It's a pocket gun that I don't love. It's truthfully, like, it's probably pretty good, but I think it's only okay. Cobalt Hammer. God, it's just, if we're rating it on big numbers, it does big number, but like the ammo economy of it sucks. It's so bad. The ammo economy is so bad. I look at it as kind of like, yeah, maybe right around. Maybe right around like here-ish. Its damage is great. Its charge up, I don't even know how good its charge up is because it hurts my eyeballs, so I can't use it. Like, I can't really rate that effectively because it gives me I have photosensitivity that it wrecks me. The charge up shot for this wrecks me. I don't know if it's good or not. It seems like it's bad though, because it just uses up all the ammo. I think that tap shooting is the way to go with it regardless. But I just don't... It just runs out of ammo too fast. It just runs out of ammo too fast. It's very good. It's very good. But it doesn't, like, wow me. It's got some good synergies. It's got some good synergies to it. Colt 45 is an interesting example of a gimmick gun that actually goes a little bit further than its gimmick. I think it's actually solid. Like, I'll use Colt. You'll see me using this a lot because it's freeze is one of the stronger status effects in the game, and Colt 45 is what if snowball is, but it was better though. In my opinion, it's being good weapon. Colt, but it's like, it's not great. It's kind of in this energy. Honestly, am I gonna put it right by this? Is that just because my lizard brain just put that down? I think it's better than that. Maybe better than that. Maybe... No, it's hard to rate. Like, this is a weird one to rate since it's 3 guns in one. It's got good ammo economy to it. Commando is weird. Very strong gun, bad ammo economy. Obviously got the rapid fire explosives, which can be fun and solid. It's very good. I think it might be a light banger. I think it's a light banger. Light banger. Combined rifles, very good. Very good. Reload cheesing or gun dropping with the second form makes this, like, truly a Bangor Supreme, I'd say. It's just a very, very good gun. It's really in this realm. Yeah. All right, composite gun. I feel like my file is bugged and I don't get this gun as much as everyone else. I think it's a really good gun. Like, with the charge effect, doing the blank effect and everything, I think it's a very good gun. And it's, okay, it's obviously better than the Scrambler. I think it's better than that. Sure. That might be controversial, but... Like I said, I feel like my game's bugged. I never see that dang item, so I don't even know. Compressed air tank. I like this. I like this. It's kind of got, you know, bait launcher vibes. Does the same sort of thing. So I'd say, like, we start there and then we work. I say it's a better bait launcher. How much better? About that much better. About that much better. Alright. Corsair. It's weird. I don't know what to feel about it most of the time. Sometimes I get it and I'm, like, really surprised by it. But I think it's just, like, it's about there. I like the unfinished gun, I think, is more impressive. Star crossbow. High tier, like pretty high tier. Don't think it's deserving really of like being up here where it kind of maybe feels like it might belong. I think it's really more like a down here kind of a gun. Same vibes, but better than that. These are just more consistent. I'm just happier to have them. How is this here? Witch pistol, I feel like I rate Witch pistol high because I think a bundle of wands. It's not like, it's not that great. There. Better? God, dang. Wow. I think I rated that really high. All right. Crestfaller. Damage is okay. It's a secondary gun, kind of. It's like more usable than Snowballer. I will find myself using this. I will find myself using it. Crossbow. I mean, it's hard to really, it's actually, I think, better than... I think it's better than some of this stuff. I think it's better than quite a bit of this stuff. I will use this. Is it better than the shot bow? No. Abyssal Tentacle. Fun gimmick gun. Weird, kind of like life orb energy. I like using it. Raiden Coil energy. Is it better than Raiden Coil? Which one's better? It's not better than Raiden Coil. Alright. Crown of Guns. I can't rate it with synergies. I can't rate it with accuracy ups, but like with remote bullets, it's an S tier. Like it's a Bangor Supreme. With like a lot of accuracy up, it's a banger. But I think it just has to exist in the good category with the huge asterisk that it's very easy to make this an S tier gun. It's very easy to make this an S tier gun. I hate the dark marker. I know it's like not bad, but I hate it. It's truthfully probably about right. I don't know. I think it's probably should be rated higher, but it's one of the more... I get really disappointed when I get it. Also, it gives me photosensitivity flashes, which I hate. Deckard. Exit the Gungeon. This is a god tier gun. And Enter the Gungeon. It is a really good gun. But, yeah, about right there. I think Deckard's probably underrated. I think it's really quite good. Demon Head is probably one of my favorite beam weapons that isn't Morningstar. What else we got for beam weapons? What else is the highest beam weapon? I mean, I guess you could argue that Raiden Coil and Abyssal Tentacle are beam weapons, but you can use those from behind cover, so it like kind of changes up their utility, really. I think the Demon Head is actually really good. The stats on it are bizarre. Like, there's some bizarre stats on it. And it lights enemies on fire. And it has good synergies, which is not really relevant. Dang, Derringer feels like a joke. Devolver. Alright. Devolver is... Where did I put Witch Pistol? Yeah. Devolver is like Witch Pistol if it was like a little bit more reliable, but it didn't... Like, it's more reliable at doing what it's supposed to do, but what it's supposed to do isn't much better, but the gun itself is also stronger. It kind of evens out to being like marginally better than the Witch Pistol, I think. Like, it's a stronger gun, just being a gun. And the effect happens way more often, but the effect isn't as good. But I think it evens out to being like... I think that it's a little bit better. D-pad. It's two guns. It's got a... Well, it's not two guns. It's a gun in a chest. And you can use it to steal. That automatically puts it above Predator, like with Predator or above, because it's a better gun itself. And what else? And it turns into a chest when you don't want it anymore. It's really good to get. It's the ability to steal, and you can, and it has cycling so that you can turn it into. You know what? Yeah, and it has cycling so you can turn it into a chest when you are late game and you don't want to steal anymore. It's like if you had the grappling hook, and you could turn it into a new item when there's no longer the ability to steal being relevant. It's good. It's really good. Like, but it's not really good just because of what it is. It's because of everything else that it can net you. It's RNG dependent, of course, but on average, it's like it's hard to fault it when it's basically a free item. You know, Disintegrator. It's a good beam weapon. It's better than this stuff. Does a lot of damage. It's about there. It's about there. It takes way too long to charge for it to be any higher than that, but it does a lot of damage. It's really good. Dragon Fire. They buffed it. They buffed it. It's pretty good now. Yeah. I wish it was better. Feels like, you know, being kind of like a namesake. Dueling Lasers God tier. Dueling Lasers God tier because it is the epitome of a pocket gun. Dueling Laser is so good. It makes every run better if you can utilize it. It's stupid good. But yeah, it's a pocket gun. You just use it on cooldown as you pull it out when it charges and you fire it. It just makes your run better. It's just good. It's just really good. AC-15. We're finally getting down there. AC-15. Good, not great gun. There. I'm just finding like the first spot that kind of makes sense right now. I feel like, you know, mostly just look at which tier it's in, you know, when you're saying where does it belong. Duke, this is bad. God, it's so bad. It's so bad. God. Oh my God. All right. There we go. Dungeon Eagle. Not impressive. Somewhere in here. All right. Elephant Gun. I used to like this quite a bit. I think it's fine. Like, it does pretty good damage. Really bad reload. Pretty good ammo economy. It's better than some of this stuff, but like, I don't think it's better than the Jolter. Oh, the Becheezer's busted. This gun's busted. It's infinite ammo, and it's like, I don't use this gun. Like, if you haven't watched my series, I skip this every time I beat the rat because it's too busted. The reason is just because, like, it belongs right here, and you could get it every run. So I don't want to get it every run because I want variety in my runs. Infinite ammo, you never have to worry about it. You could literally use the entire run. It has an even more OP version of a freeze effect. It does really solid damage. It's stupid good. It's so good. Evolver, it's really, really good. Super, super easy to get it to the rank 3. And the rank 3 is just a run shredder. Boss Destroyer. Excalibur. It's a not as reliable Blasphemy, but it's not bad. I like it fine. My opinion of it is definitely improved over time. Beholster. For gimmicky guns, it's pretty good. Yeah, slowly just trying to work my way up until I find where I feel like it belongs. There. About there. You know, the reload effect on it's really quite good. Face Melter's very, very good for bosses. Really good for room clear. All around, really, really solid weapon. I love it. I love the face melter, on top of the fact that it's thematically really cool. This is obviously, like, we gotta start here, except for the fact that it does not have infinite ammo. I feel like it's kind of, you know, let's compare it to the Trident. I'd say it's about like that. All right. Yeah. And we're really in there. We're really in there. Okay. Finished gun. It's stupid good. Like, it's dumb. It's so good. It's so darn good. You get it. You gotta turn your brain off. Gun's busted. The gun's absolutely busted. AK-47, probably one of the best regular guns in the game. Like, it's really solid. Like, it's so solid. Not quite there. It's, like, weirdly solid. Yeah. Flame Hand, it's, you know, it's basically the same as this, except it's a bit better. It's like a little bit, it's a bit better version of this. Because you can actually, it does a little bit more damage on its own. It actually does quite a bit more damage on its own. Sunlight Javelin, slowly making its way down the list. This is basically like, hey, what if this, but worse? That's not where it's going. I'm just adjusting. What if this, but worse? Because one-shot bop. We're not talking synergies. It has some of the best synergies in the game, but it's a nice pocket gun. I'll use it as a supplementary weapon. It's actually okay. I think it's actually okay. Flash Ray. It's about the same as this here, really. It's like a little bit better than that. Alright. Truthfully, I can't do it. I put it down. I keep lowering that because of like a grudge I have against it. We're really in it now. Where does this belong? Like, probably pretty high. Compared to where I'm going to put it. I don't love it. I find it to be, it creates a hazard. If you have flying, it's obviously a whole lot better. It's a beam weapon, but it's a beam weapon that you need to activate 2 different forms. So therefore, like, I don't know, it just doesn't do it for me. I'm going to say, truthfully, it does deserve to be better than what I'm going to give it, though. So I'll probably put it, like, right. There. Freeze Ray, it is really good for bosses, but it's a gimmick weapon. It's kind of like, it, like, hilariously melts bosses, and that's the only reason it is going to go up about here. Hilarious against bosses. That's the only reason. Frost Giant would be so much better if it could, if it had better ammo economy. So, like, with that in mind, it's like a bit better than this Angler. Gamma Ray, beam weapon, poison beam weapon. It's kind of like, kind of comparing to something like this. Where shall it go? It's kind of like Moon Scraper. Kinda. But a little bit better, a little bit worse. Or a little bit the same. I don't use it much, but that doesn't... Okay. Oh, God. Gilded Hydra. I want to put it here because it makes me sad. But it probably belongs in the... it's better than... It's like a little bit better than Zilla. It probably really belongs like about right there. It's just not very good. It doesn't make me happy. It doesn't spark joy. This is better Snowballer. Kind of in the same realm as Cold 45. Stinger. Fat Line. Alright. Glass Cannon is so good. One of the few guns in the game that can break the boss damage cap. It's just very good. I really like it. It's one of my favorite guns to get. And it's actually pretty good for room clear as well. I think Glass Cannon is super busted. AK-47. It's really up here because, like, it's a good gun, but it's infinite keys. Also, not to mention, obviously, if you get if you get Skeleton Key, it's stupid good. But, like, it's already really good. I think it's about right there. Grass Chopper? I don't really know. I don't ever get this. I don't think it's very good, though. It's not very usable. It's kind of in this gimmicky range. I think the banana's like a little bit worse, I guess, barely. Grenade launcher got buffed. It's kind of like where'd I put RPG? It's like RPG, but more usable. I would put it about right there. Okay, this has got the ability to steal, so this we gotta put it right here and then work from there. So now it's got the ability to steal. We gotta compare it. All right, as a gun, is it better or worse than Predator? It's worse. Gunboat. One-shot bop. It's like hey, railgun's worst cousin. It's railgun's worst cousin. Gunther Fury. It's the best gun you can get without getting infinite ammo, I think. I think it's the best gun in the game without infinite ammo. And if ammo's not an issue in the run, it's the best, probably like the best gun you can get, I think. It's stupid good. One of my favorite guns of all time. Duke, obviously with synergies, this is very, very good. On its own, you can use it like, I use it to like set enemies on fire. So it's kind of like in there. Gungeon is very good. Ammo economy wise, it's ludicrous. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. We got a lot of the Bangor Supremes down here on the bottom. Gunslinger's Ashes, obviously. Okay, well, Gunther is... Gunther has infinite ammo. Finished gun does not. For that reason, I'll say this. Because this also carries 5 curse with it. Yeah. Its finished gun is stupid good, though. Gunslinger's Ashes. It's not great. It's better. It's not bad, though. It's gimmicky. You know, you can use it. It's got some value. Gunzang, very, very good. It's definitely a banger. What kind of banger? A big banger. There. Gunzang, I'd say it's better than the Evolver. This is fine. I'd say it's got a better tap shoot than the Dungeon Eagle. Hammer, surprisingly good, I think. I think it's... God, we're rating everything, like, putting everything behind either Laser Lotus or the Emperor. I actually think, you know what? You know what? You know what? Oh, shoot. Where was that? I should know, right? I actually feel comfortable with that. The hammer's actually really good. Heckmaster got the ability, one of the only ways, if not the only way in the game, to de-jam enemies. That unique modifier turns it effectively almost into an active item that is really good. The gun itself is probably like... The gun itself, where does it go? About right here. But the fact that it can de-jam enemies does actually single-handedly bring it up to the banger tier. Brings up the banger tier. Hegemonic Carbine. It is good, but not, like, great. Ammo economy-wise, it's pretty darn solid. Alright. This is that, but worse. The accuracy of it's just not as good. Never impresses me, really. Would I be happier to get this or the elephant gun, though? I guess barely that. Helix, I think, is actually really good. Light banger. Light banger. Light banger. This, I mean, it's effectively the same gun as this. But Mega Hand gets more synergies, and I know that shouldn't matter, but they're basically the same gun. So, we'll do that. This, I feel like we kind of got to rate it around the same place as the Devolver and stuff. I find it to be a bit better. Better than that. It's about there. It's about there. It used to be great. Okay, this with the synergy is amazing, where the orb comes back to you. We don't got that, though, so let's do a little bit of... Truthfully, it's kind of hard to utilize. With the synergy, it's actually probably like a Bangor Supreme with the synergy where the ball comes back to you, but there's so many bosses where it just, you can't make that work. We're getting near the end. Huntsman. It's pretty good. It gives you curse. It's a shotgun that's okay. It's like it's an okay shotgun. It gives you the nice reload effect that breaks bullets. Let's see, where's the base shotgun? Let's work from there. All right, it's better than the base shotgun. The reload effect, it's actually... I like to get it. I like to get it. It does fine damage, and it just has a nice gimmick to it. Hyperlight Blaster is a banger. Supreme. If your accuracy is good enough, or you have anything that lets you generate ammo back, it's just one of the better things in the game. It might not, I don't know if it's a Bangor Supreme. I think it might be my banger. I think it's my ultimate banger. Alien Engine. It's better than some of these other gimmicks. It can be great. You know, it's heavy boots. It's obviously S tier, but like, it's actually it's easier to utilize it. All right, and here we go. Final gun. I don't actually believe that, to be honest. Where does KC belong? Where does KC belong? It's a weird item. I think KC is very good. Compared to other people, I think it's great. It's got infinite ammo. Genuinely, infinite ammo being a major factor. A lot of bosses being completely ruined by it. I think it's probably like I actually think it might be a Bangor Supreme. I was starting this list thinking that I was going to put it right here. I think if you're good at utilizing it, it's kind of like... I gotta be honest, though. I gotta be honest. I think that's about where it belongs for me. But anyway, we freaking did it. God, 2 hours and 11 minutes. Yikes. That's gonna do it for this. Check out, if you are new here and you just click this video to watch through all of the tier list, and if you scroll now to the end, just so you wanted to see the finished tier list, well, do not complain about anything if you did not see the context for why I put it there. Do not complain about where I put stuff because it's all subjective. I want to see your lists. Rank every gun and link it to me. If you have a problem with where I put something, rank every gun and then put it and then link it to me. I want to see that. I want to see what you guys have to say. I'll put the link in the description for that. But that is our tier list. We'll slowly move down the list here, see if anything seems weird and out of place. But I think that is generally my thoughts on every gun in Enter the Gungeon. I mean, there's you know, it's not perfect. Just doing it, blitzing it. 2 hours and 10 minutes to rank everything seems like a long time, but like I still felt like I had to rush. But here we go. Let me know what you think about what do you think about the list? What do you think about how I rank stuff? Let me know how things would differ for you. Which items are like way too high for you, way too low for you. Don't make it weird and personal. And hey, if you are new here, you just came in to see this, I'm going to be starting a Mod the Gungeon series. We're going to be adding a bunch of new items, a bunch of new guns, new modes, etc. to the game, where we are going to be effectively doing a brand new series via that. And that's going to be a lot of fun. If you need help with beating Enter the Gungeon, I just completed my series on Enter the Gungeon Beat the Gungeon, which was a 0 to 100% file with 0 deaths, where we just try to unlock every item in the game and basically share my tips and tricks along the way to do so. There'll be a link for that in the description as well. And subscribe to the channel. I will be having more Enter the Gungeon tier lists coming out throughout the week here. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. Thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye. I just wanted to add this secret little part at the end because I forgot that this was a Gungeon video, so thank you to DX, Throwbo, Nydeleric, JusticeTom, the Shogun Gun, MoreThanAwesome, and _B for supporting on Patreon. At the ASMR tier, apparently, the Go Team Gungeon tier. Thank you for watching.